fatalities have been reported in Tamil Nadu's Kallakurichi district. This is following the consumption of illicit liquor known as packet arrack. The tragic incident has spurred the DMK government into action, leading to the transfer of the district collector and even the suspension of the SP. In response to public outcry, the government has also established a one-man commission chaired by retired Justice Gokul Das to investigate the incident, submit a comprehensive report as well. Now, the opposition here has seized viewers upon the opportunity to criticize the DMK administration. The aiadmk, of course, has approached the Madras High Court for an urgent hearing scheduled for the 21st of June now. Meanwhile, the BJP has intensified its demands for the resignation of the excise minister and has announced plans for a statewide protest. This is going to take place on the 22nd of June.
The government to stop it and the police has to take stringent action against it. And the government is very much concerned about it. It involves people, our own people, brothers, who have died because of this. So many lives have lost. It's a very serious concern and the Chief Minister is taking it very seriously. Even today, this morning, immediately after the Assembly is adjourned, he had called for the meeting of the officials and taking all steps. But the people should understand that such things should not happen. The local people living in that local area should inform the police and the police should take action.
What is your first reaction to the death of over 30 people? Last year in Villupuram also we saw 22 people losing their lives. Has the government, which you're in alliance with, not learned its lesson?
We are our MLA team going to see the situation in the Kallakurichi. We are going to console the patients admitted at the hospital. They lost their lives. We are going to give the condolence to family members. Then I will take the what happened really. Then I will meet the press. I will tell you. Even our Honorable Chief Minister taken action against the SP Superintendent Police and the collector. The Superintendent Police suspended on the spot. Collector is a transfer. We are going to the Kallakurichi. I will see the situation and meet the press.
So, will transfers and suspensions alone be enough? Every time something like this happens,
this is not enough, we know. Yeah. But in future will not happen like this. The police should be ensured.
Did the same, did the DMK government tell the same thing in Villupuram last year that in future we'll prevent this? But we are looking at another incident which is major.
It will not allow. In future, it will not allow. We are very, very upset.
BJP Tamil Nadu on an immediate basis, we are releasing 1 lakh check to all the deceased family. This is stage 1. This is our small help to all the family members. It is deeply disappointing. The Honorable Chief Minister, CM MK Stalin ji, is yet to come to Kallakurichi. Such a grave nature, failure of law and order, constitutional crisis. The Chief Minister is sending his son, Udayanidhi Stalin, to visit Kallakurichi. Even in this time, he wants to do dynastic politics. He wants to propagate nepotism. We are demanding Chief Minister to come to Kallakurichi immediately. We are demanding the Prohibition Minister of Tamil Nadu to be sacked within 24 hours. We are demanding, as a mark of respect to the 40 lives lost, close 1,000 task-mark shops tomorrow as a mark of respect and start a phase-wise prohibition. Day after tomorrow, BJP Tamil Nadu is doing a statewide protest in all district headquarters, demanding all these 4 things be met.
Okay, my colleague Varshini, who's been reporting on the news through the course of the day, bringing us the latest, joins us now on the broadcast live. Varshini, we heard what the DMK leader there said. He said it won't happen again. What's this assurance that he has now that he couldn't have before this incident took place? Because there are people who are dead, there are people still in the hospital, there are families who are mourning, but now he says it will not happen again. How can he make sure this, does not happen again when he didn't? When this actually transpired and there was illicit liquor being sold, even after what happened last year in Villupuram.
Absolutely, yes, Deepak. That is the question that every single person in this district of Kallakurichi is currently asking. When there were promises made last year, why is it still happening? Why? And this time even worse. Last year it was 22 fatalities, and this time it is almost 40, double the number. And people are scared. Will they ever get to be safe in their own village? Is the question right now. And like you said, there is a moaning and the sound of moans that we are able to hear every single place. In fact, right now we are with one of the family that has lost one of their dear ones, and this is the wife of the person who got one of the deceased person due to the consumption of the illicit liquor. Let's try and get a word from her. Ma'am, உங்களுக்கு வந்து எவ்வளவு நாளா இந்த வியாபாரம் இங்க நடக்கிறது வந்து உங்களுக்கு அத பத்தி தெரியுமா தெரியாதா?
ரொம்ப நாளாவே குடிச்சிட்டு தான் இருக்காங்க. ரொம்ப நாளாவே ஓடிட்டு தான் இருக்காங்க.
அப்ப கவர்மெண்ட் கிட்ட வந்து நீங்க எதுவும் கம்ப்ளைண்ட் பண்ணலையா? போலீஸ் ஸ்டேஷன் பக்கத்துல இருக்கு, எதுவுமே பண்ண முடியலையா உங்களால?
எனக்கு அது தெரியாது. இவங்க சாப்பிட்டுட்டு வருவாங்க தெரியும். நான் அதெல்லாம் நமக்கு போய் ஹெல்ப் எடுத்து செய்யற அளவுக்கு எனக்கு தெரியாது சாமி.
இப்ப கவர்மெண்ட்ல இருந்து உங்களுக்கு 10 லட்சம் ரூபாய் பணம் கொடுத்திருக்காங்களா? 10 லட்சம் குடுக்குறேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு முதலமைச்சர் வந்து அனௌன்ஸ் பண்ணிருக்காரு. இதுதான் இதுக்கு பதிலா அப்படின்னு உங்ககிட்ட கேட்டா நீங்க என்ன சொல்ற விரும்புறீங்க?
இது மேல இது நடக்க கூடாது, இது பதில்னு சொல்ல மாட்டேன். இதுக்கு மேல இது நடக்க கூடாதுன்னு பதில்.
So one second, let me just translate that. So Deepak, they are saying that this has been happening for such a long time, and they were not even able to go file a complaint about the very sales that was happening in this very same road of the village. It was very open in the daylight. It was not hidden, or it was not happening in a very sketchy place. It was all in front of the public eye. Ma'am, இப்போ இது எவ்வளவு வருஷமா நடக்குது? இது பின்னாடி யாரெல்லாம் இருக்காங்க? அவங்களும் உங்க ஊர் மக்கள் தானா?
அத பத்தி யாரெல்லாம் எங்களுக்கு தெரியாது. நாங்க வெளியூர், நாங்க இவங்க ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸ் தான். எங்க தாத்தா, எங்க பாட்டி, இவங்க 10 லட்சம் ரூபாய் பணம் கொடுத்துட்டா எல்லாம் சரியாயிடும். அது வெறும் பேப்பர். எங்களுக்கு அவங்க இருந்தாதான் எங்களுக்கு அவங்க தான் முக்கியம். இப்ப இது எங்களோட முடியட்டும். இதுக்கு மேல இருக்கவங்களுக்கு அப்ப சாக நீங்க 10 லட்சம் பணம் கொடுத்துட்டா சரியாயிடுமா? எவ்வளவு சின்ன பசங்க, இவங்க வயசானவங்க, இதுக்கு மேல சின்ன பிள்ளைங்களை விட்டுட்டு செத்தவங்க அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க? அவங்க அப்பா எல்லாம் எவ்வளவு கஷ்டப்படுவாங்க? அதெல்லாம் கவர்மெண்ட் எடுத்து சாராயத்தை ஒழிச்சாதான் இதுக்கான நிரந்தர தீர்வு. 10 லட்சம் பணம் வந்து நிரந்தர தீர்வு கிடையாது, தற்காலிகமான இதுதான். இது வந்து இப்போதைக்கு தான் அவங்களால இது பண்ண முடியும்.
So this one of the relative of the deceased here is speaking about how this 10 lakhs is nothing but just paper, and the government will never be able to replace the loss that the family is now grieving. And she's also saying that the only solution is complete eradication of this illicit liquor, this arrack that is being sold in packets and sachets. Apart from that, there is no other solution. If there is not an full stop being put to this, then more and more lives will go for this kind of criminal activity that is being done, is what she says. Sir, நீங்க இந்த ஊர்க்காரரா? இந்த ஊர்ல இருக்கீங்க, இவ்ளோ நாளா இங்க வியாபாரம் நடக்குது, இதெல்லாம் நீங்க பார்க்கலையா?
எல்லாம் வந்து எல்லாம் பொத்திகள் மேடம், பொத்திகள் தான் எல்லாம் பெரும்புடி.
இந்த ரோட்லயே வந்து வியாபாரம் பண்றவங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. 30 வருஷமா நடக்குது. இதுவும் உங்க பக்கத்து வீட்ல இருக்கிறவரே பண்றாரு. ஏன் இதை நீங்க யாரும் போலீஸ் கிட்ட கம்ப்ளைண்ட் பண்ணல?
நம்ம அதர் வில்லேஜ், நமக்கு என்ன அந்த வில்லேஜ் கிடையாது.
ஏன் சார் போலீஸ் கிட்ட கம்ப்ளைண்ட் பண்ண முடியல உங்களால?
சரிங்க மேடம், நம்ம
Deepak, what we can see from the response that we are getting from the public is they're very scared to talk about whatever is going on in this village. And second, they are not even aware of what kind of effect or an aftermath these kind of illicit liquor is going to bring to the people. Only after so many lives that has been lost right now, these people are coming to realize that this is something fatal. This is not something very simple or any other alcohol that these people are, that anybody can get in the normal wine shops. So now after losing so many lives, the realization has come, and I think these people are very much strong that they will never let this kind of a liquor enter their streets hereafter, and they want the government to make sure that this happens. Otherwise, they are very strong-headed this time after losing their loved ones, that they will not let this go that easily. And 10 lakhs compensation is not at all that is going to compensate for what they've lost right now in their lives.
Right, Varshini, stay with us. We have shots now of the DMK leaders at the hospital. They're visiting the people who are getting treatment there. Varshini, I want you to go back, if possible, speak to some of the women. One more question, particularly about what you touched on upon towards the end there while you were speaking to some of those individuals, talking about why they didn't report these illegal businesses to the police. And more importantly, if everyone in the neighborhood knew that there was illicit liquor there available. How come the district officials, the administration, the police were unaware, and how many years has this been going on? If you ask some of the women, probably we'll get an answer to that.
Definitely yes. Ma'am, ningala in the urla da irkingla. Let's try and get in a word from the same family. They are still, because it's been a really hard day for them, Deepak. They've been crying and they've been meeting politician after politician from every single party in the state coming and visiting them. Ma'am, idu yara orthar enga kitta evlo nala idu nadakudhu இந்த ரோட்ல இது நடக்கிறது நீங்க பாத்துர்க்கீங்களா? தைரியமா சொல்லுங்க பரவாயில்லை. இல்ல எனக்கு
இல்லை நாங்கள் வெளியூருங்க, எனக்கு தெரியாது. எங்கள் சித்தி சித்தப்பா இறந்துட்டாங்க. நாங்கள் வந்தது இங்கே இருக்குன்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. எந்த இடம் நான் இந்த பக்கம்லாம் போக மாட்டோம். நம்மளுக்கு அந்த பக்கம் வேலைன்னா லேடிஸ் வெளியே வரது, இந்த பக்கம் ரோட்டுக்கு போவோம், இப்படி வீட்டுக்கு வரோம், அவ்வளோதான். இந்த பக்கம் என்ன நடக்குதுன்னு நம்ம அங்கே போகிறது கிடையாது, தெரியாது.
Deepak, once again, the answer from them is that they do not know. I'm really not sure if this is coming out of fear or what else could be the reason for them not answering. Sir, இது இங்க எவ்வளவு வருஷமா நடக்குதுன்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரியுமா?
9 வருஷமா நடந்துருக்குன்னு சொல்றேன். நான் 9 வருஷம் நடந்துருக்குன்னு சொல்றாங்க. கம்ப்ளைண்ட் எல்லாம் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, பெருசா சிவியர் ஆக்ஷன் எடுக்காம இருக்காங்க.
சோ இது போலீஸ்க்கு தெரிஞ்சும் போலீஸ் வந்து இத பத்தி ஆக்ஷன் எடுக்கல.
தெரியுமா சொல்றாங்க. அது போலீஸ் தெரியாம நடக்காது இல்ல, இவ்வளவு பப்ளிக்கா வைக்கதான் வித்துட்டு தான் இருக்குன்னு சொல்றாங்க. நான் வெளியூர் இருந்தாலும் இங்க வந்தா கேள்விப்படணும், கேட்கட்டோம்னா சொல்றாங்க.
So he says that there have been some complaints that have been made with the police here in the past, but still there was no action that was taken. In fact, this is happening for over 20 to 30 years is what we can understand from this conversations that we are having with the public. And if at all the police complaints that have been filed, why was no action taken? Why was no FIR registered is also a big question that arises right now. When the ministers from the DMK government spoke yesterday with the press, they said that had they gotten to know about this kind of a dealing happening, a peddling of such illicit liquor happening in the district, they would have taken action, is what Minister E.V. Velu had spoken to the press last night when he visited the patients in the hospital. But the public say that they have made some complaints, they have tried to reach out to the police, they have tried their best to get the word spread so that they can stop it from happening, but still the government refuses, saying that they never knew about this kind of illicit liquor peddling that was happening inside the Kallakurichi district, particularly in this Karnapuram area, because this area, Deepak, most of the 39 people who have lost their lives so far are from this particular area, and it's very heartbreaking to see 5 funerals happening and 6 funerals happening in one single street, and that is the sad state of affairs that we are picking up right now. And if the DMK government and the police that comes under the Chief Minister's portfolio, if they were aware of this kind of an illicit peddling happening, then why was no action taken is still a very big question mark. The CBCID earlier today started their investigation at the Kallakurichi district. So maybe out of their investigation, revelations could come out about who the kingpin or the mastermind behind this entire fiasco is.
Right, Varshini, thank you for bringing us that comprehensive report from Kallakurichi there. We'll keep coming back to you for all the developments. Anandan of the BJP is with us today. Ramasubramanian, political analyst, also joins us. We'll have a few more panelists as well with us in a short while from now. I'll go to Mr. Ramasubramanian first. Mr. Ramasubramanian, how do you really look at this? There are multiple aspects. My colleague was just pointing out, on one hand, people are probably scared to even say that there was illicit liquor being sold on that street. Some of them say the police were aware. Now, we have the DMK which comes out and says, well, we will fix it from now. It won't happen henceforth. Why did it happen again is the question. How did you let go of an incident that happened in Villupuram and now to have about 40 lives lost, several in the hospital, and still say in the future it will not happen? How many more futures are we waiting for?
This is a very, very unfortunate development. I am very sorry about what has happened in Tamil Nadu. This illicit arrack deaths are happening quite often. Not now, it has been happening for quite some time. I mean, I was brought up at Kamarajar period where there was a total prohibition. I don't think there was any, death due to illicit arrack or illicit liquor, what you may call it. But this has been happening for a very, very long time, whether it is a DMK or aiadmk period. This is happening all the time without any exception. In fact, I know very well about some people being murdered who actually took up the case against this illicit arrack liquor as a propagation. In fact, one of my friends who was a president of a village panchayat, he was murdered.
But where's the solution, Mr. Ramasubramanian? Where's the solution? Is suspension after people are dead? You, sir, is that the solution?
No, I'm just.
Is that going to bring back the dead? Is that going to make the families any better? They're all mourning there. We can still see them in tears.
No, absolutely. What you are saying, you would like to convey, I'm able to understand. Nobody can find a solution for this unless the people themselves change. There is no way this.
Well, the government has to find a solution. Policing can find a solution.
Please understand.
How
my dear
Mr. Ramasubramanian, how can you say nobody can find a solution?
No.
Then why do we elect a government? Why do we have the police if they cannot find a solution?
Yes, all this will have to be tightened. There is no two opinion about it. But is it happening all over the country? You are when you take the case of Gujarat.
We're not talking about all over the country today, Ramasubramanian. We're talking about what happened in Kallakurichi, what happened in Villupuram.
That is what
you're saying nobody can find a solution. The people have to correct themselves.
Yeah, that is the solution. That is the solution. You cannot find any easy solution for this kind of a tragedy unless the people themselves change. This is going to happen. I think the law will have to be very strict and the enforcement.
So you're saying the government right now, the sitting DMK cannot do anything about it. The people have to fix themselves.
No. Please,
they should not go after it. The question is, you're luring the poor. There are people on the streets who are luring the poor, offering them cheap liquor, and they don't probably understand the hazards that come with it. But you're still saying it's the people at fault. Well, yes, there is a responsibility among the people there to understand what they're consuming, to probably report if they know that there's illegal liquor. But there is also a big onus on the government to, keep a check on such activities that's happening in every district.
Yes, exactly.
And if they were not to blame, then the DMK shouldn't have suspended anybody.
No. The law will take its own course. Investigation is going on. I am sure that definitely when the people who have committed the greatest crime will be brought to justice and they will be taken to task. I'm not, questioning about that. And I'm very sure about what the government will do, whether it is DMK government.
Okay, Anandan, I want you to come in here. How does the BJP view this? We saw Mr. Annamalai there say that he wants the Chief Minister to visit Kallakurichi.
Probably, he may or he may not. You cannot, just because Mr. Annamalai says...
Anandan, please come in.
No,
I'm asking a question to Anandan. Let Anandan answer. Let Anandan answer that. Yeah.
Yes. See, two things. First, the same government was blaming Mr. Modi for not visiting Tamil Nadu during the floods. What is the distance between Delhi and Tamil Nadu? Second, I'm not comparing. I'm just telling the same mouth which was talking against Mr. Modi. What is the distance between Chennai and Kallakurichi? A few hours. But the Chief Minister is not able to visit. Second, I would like to ask, first, there should have been a nexus between the police and either the intelligence has failed and people are scared to talk. And from what we hear reports, the same Mr. Govindaraj, one of the accused in this case, he has been in the state for a long time, and a few months back in Rishivandiyam he was caught, and the then MLA came to his rescue and requested that no action was taken. And quite recently, one Mr. Malayarasan who was won on the DMK ticket, and this man had kept a flex praising, supporting this DMK candidate near the DMK office. As soon as this happened, they have removed the hoarding. This is what we are hearing. So we can put two and two together. Second, last year there was the same incident near Villupuram. At that time also they had asked for a report. What happened to the report? Have they made it public? Have they made any action? Have they taken any actions against that? Have they taken any steps to prevent further tragedy? It is obvious that nothing has been done because today we have this tragedy.
Very quickly, I'll also bring in Kishore Swami as well. Umanandan, I got your point. These 2 points, we will ask these questions as well. I want the aiadmk as well to make their point, and then we'll ask Ramasubramanian again. Mr. Kishore Swami, if you could come in.
Yeah, good evening, Deepak. See, the point
we have used the same rhetoric.
The point that we are trying to say here as far as this tragedy is concerned, because Mr. Ramasubramanian is trying to brush it under the carpet by claiming that this happens all over India. Well, that could be the fact. But here, the fact of the matter is totally different. As early as 2022, in the floor of the assembly, the leader of the opposition, Edappadi Palaniswamy, called for an attention motion where he clearly warned the government that the spurious liquor, the availability of spurious liquor is on the increase. And this has to be addressed. Whereas the government did not pay heed to his words. Now we had the death of 30 people last year. Again, this year, the biggest question that has to be put forth to this government is that the collector has the audacity to come on a press meet and claim that this is a lie. No such deaths have happened. This was their initial response. This government was in denial. The collector, the SP, they were all in denial. Now, if the chief minister is going to come out and say he has no knowledge about this, that cannot be accepted at all. Having said this, if a government which is in denial is going to repeatedly allow offenses like this to happen, then what is the plight of the people? Now the man who has been arrested, this man Kallakurichi, you would be surprised. He should be going on the Guinness records because he's been arrested for the same offense 23 times before. This is the 24th time he's getting arrested. And it is an industry that is flourishing there. Would you believe it? Like milk packets, door delivery is happening on the basis of WhatsApp demand.
Okay, door delivery is happening. Police are not really doing their job. Arvind Kumar Jain, he's a former DGP. He served in Uttar Pradesh. He's also with us. Mr. Jain, as far as illicit liquor is concerned, it's a menace. Somebody brought it up that it is a menace across the country. How does the police really keep a check? Because you, of course, do identify some of the people. We also know that somewhere there could be money flowing as well. Some of the local policemen could be involved and they could be paid off. But how do you really ensure that such incidents do not reoccur? Because it's happened in Villupuram. People died. They asked for a report. That report would have, come to the government. They would have probably known who are the ones at fault. And probably a pattern of sorts can be drawn for other districts as well, isn't it?
Local police, local excise department people, they are aware of illicit liquor being sold in their territory, because illicit distillation has to take place in the area. In this case, I am told that that spurious arrack was being sold, and after examination from Forensic Science Laboratory, it was found that it contained methanol. As one gentleman was saying that this person has been arrested 23 times earlier, I find that it's a clear failing on the part of district administration, district magistrate, SP of the district, and concerning excise officials. And they should all be sacked. That it cannot be sold without complicity of police department and excise department. I am told that last year also 22 people died, and same notorious person was involved at that time also. How come he is getting bail so early? If his bail is not being opposed properly, if proper sections are not being, he is not being charged under proper sections, then complicity is there of the state government, of police department. Otherwise, police on its own cannot dare to put light sections against such a notorious criminal. He should be booked. In UP also, this was rampant. Present government has brought legislation, life imprisonment has been introduced, and since then there has not been even a single incident, and action is being taken. The CM has made it clear that if deaths take place because of illicit liquor, nobody in the district will be spared. After that, there are no deaths. So if last year also deaths have happened, and that particular area is said to be very, very vulnerable because of this, because local people, and it was being sold from 2 huts. Naturally, it was known to the local people that this illicit liquor is being sold from 2 huts. If it is known to all the local people and people are going in hundreds to drink, How is it possible that excise department
Mr. Jain,
and police
when we spoke to
and
some of the locals there, they were really scared to probably speak up about who these individuals are. You know, when you operate such a business, you know, in rural areas, you know, do these people run as a mafia? Do they also have, you know, rowdy sheeters who support them? Do they use muscle money? How does it really operate? Because the locals not informing the police, or do you think that the locals do inform the police or the police don't act? How does this dynamic really work?
Police is supposed to know each and every illegal activity going on in the area. And I'm not prepared to believe that police and excise officials, they were not aware of this racket going on in the area. And it is going on for years and years. I can understand that some person started business 2 days back and it didn't come to the knowledge of the police. But when such a established racket is going on, methanol is being mixed, 200 liters have been recovered from the possession of this man. I am not prepared to gulp it down that it was not in the knowledge of local police. They should all be sacked. Excise officials, I haven't read that excise officials have been sacked. Even they should be sacked because it is their primary duty. DM is also responsible. SP is also responsible. And naturally, state government is responsible.
Okay, Ramasubramanian, I want you to comment. Several points have been made by the other panelists here. They're talking about what happened to the Villupuram report. Was that report and the findings from it made public? If not, then why has it not been made public? Is it because, you know, you wanted to allow such, or the DMK wanted to allow such, you know, illegal activities to continue because in one way or the other it helped them? Or do you, want to wait for more tragedies to really occur?
That is a very sweeping but a very serious remark. No government will definitely allow the people to die on account of such things to take place. See, when Uttar Pradesh, the former DGP says now everything is wonderful and all that, I find a lot of statistics about Uttar Pradesh. In 2010, 25 people died because of this illicit.
Mr. Ramasubramanian.
Liquor.
Now,
when
you have to completely say that the police didn't know that there was illegal liquor that's being sold here. The government officials, the administration was completely unaware.
No, whatever may be the reason.
Once again from Tamil Nadu, you're jumping to another state. We are talking about 40 people who died in Kallakurichi. Let's debate that today.
When the Uttar Pradesh, when DGP is talking about everything being fine in Uttar Pradesh, I have every right to compare.
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this. I have never said that everything is fine.
What has happened in Tamil Nadu has also happened several times in Uttar Pradesh. Even in 2019, I understand that 199 people, out of 100 people, I'm sorry, 100 people have died on account of this illicit.
I have said that it used to be rampant.
Mr. Jain?
Yeah.
No, I have every right to. I have every right to say what I would like to say. So, I have made it.
Okay, Mr. Ramasubramanian, let's stick to the debate. Let's stick to Kallakurichi. Go ahead, make your point. Mr. Jain, let him make his point and we can come back.
He cannot force us to listen.
I cannot dance your
Mr. Jain, hold on. Anandan, hold on. Ramasubramanian, stick to Kallakurichi. Continue to make your point.
I made it very clear in the beginning itself that you cannot allow these things to happen, and this illicit arrack business is killing so many people in Tamil Nadu. You must put an end to this, and finality has to come to come for this tragedy.
Well, in the beginning, you didn't say that the government should put an end to it. If I heard you right, Mr. Ramasubramanian, in the beginning, I heard you say that the people should really step up.
Yes, exactly. I would like to repeat again and again. Unless you reform yourself, you are likely to commit any kind of
Okay, viewers. Okay, Mr. Subramaniam. It seems like, probably once again you're blaming the people for it. But of course, we'll really have to see what, action will be taken by this committee that has now been formed. It's a retired judge, of course, who's going to be looking into the matter. I'm thanking all our panelists.